So recording has started.
Alright.
So I want to look at one important hook called useRef. So let's bring it in. This hook, this useRef, allows us to have access to the DOM node. You know, in vanilla JavaScript, we used to do something like document or get element by ID.
Yes.
But we've not been doing that here. Have you now?
Yes. Yes.
That's because React is one handling that. In fact, it's a bad practice in React for that you have direct access to the DOM. It's not a good practice. But useRef makes that possible. Maybe for some reasons, sometimes you may want to you may want to connect directly to the DOM. useRef makes
Okay.
that possible. But it's not something that you should be using often. It's not.
Okay.
Let's see how it works. I can create an input. Let's create an input. So this input, you can say key, maybe an input. We can even use an input. Then call on a callback. Let's see how we can do something without useRef and how useRef can make our work much easier. Let's imp set imp equals to useState. Bring in useState. So use it. Then first I want to display imp here. Then incoming, can say set my var. So let's get a function called set my var. Then let's have a button. Click. How do we create value? Click me. Then you can now even say oh, it's not what you want to do now. Get rid of it. Get mobile. Okay. Well, so let me quickly explain what we are doing. We have an input here, right?
Yes.
Okay. So as these are types inside this input, you are calling on the function set my var,
Yes.
and you are saying the value of var should be e. Now we want to wait. We want to do it in such a way that when the user now clicks on this button, then help us to set whatever the value of var is as the value of this imp. Like we want to wait till the user clicks on this button. So when the user clicks on this button, then help us make it to be the value of this imp. So come here. So we have this, something like this. So we can also do the same thing using useRef. You can say, we've imported useRef. So I can say,
Yes.
let my input ref equals to useRef. So we are calling on this function user. Whatever it returns, we are saving it as my input ref. So we can now come on this inputs. You can use this. What we're about to do, you can use it on any tag.
Okay.
So all the tags have, you can use a prop called ref on them. So we can now say ref equals to my input ref. Do you get it?
Yes.
So now I can easily remove this one. So ref equals to my input ref. I don't need this again, all of this. I don't need all of these things again. So at any point in time, whenever I call on my input ref, I'm referring to this input tag. So inside this place, I can now say, I think Mr. Cousin is there. He wants to join. Mr. Cousin, welcome, sir.
Good evening, sir.
Yes, sir.
Good evening, boss.
Good evening, Oga. Good evening.
Hi.
Ó pẹ́ yín díẹ̀.
Ọ̀gá mo sáré lọ yọjú náà kankan ni. Ẹ má bínú.
No problem, sir.
Hello?
Yes, sir. No problem, sir. Okay.
Hello?
Hello, sir. Ṣé ẹ̀ ń gbọ́ mi? Nẹ́tíwọ́ọ̀kì mi ó mì yín lálẹ́ yìí o. Kò tẹ̀ tí jẹ́ kẹ́ wọlé tán. Okay, let's move on. Now, when you click on this button, at any point in time, my input ref refers to this tag. I'm sure you understand.
Yes.
So we can now say, let's say, if you say console log, my input ref dot current. When you call on this dot current property, dot current property will refer to that particular one. What I mean is this. Let's go to the browser and so at any point in time, go to the console. Charlie input tag. Let me refresh again so that you understand. When you say dot current, can you see that it's that same input tag? Big pan document or get element by ID in our HTML in our vanilla.js. Vanilla.js, good. So we can now say dot current dot value. So to show the value inside it. Dot current is our malo. Then you can now say dot value. If you remove this, look at something. When you say console log my input ref, you will see that it is an object that has a current as a property on it. Shall we only property current? Do you understand?
Yes.
So we can now access this property dot current. All tags dot current. You can now access whatever you need on it. Since it's an input, we can access dot value on inputs. So it will now give us the value inside this place. So you can see it here. Now, with that now, we can now call on the set imp. Do you get it?
Yes.
But please, this is not something you use often. It's not something you use often. Yes, it makes our code shorter, yes, and all of that. It's our code shorter.
Please, boss. Hello, sir.
Yes, sir.
Hello?
Hello, sir.
Hello,
Welcome,
please,
sir.
can you just say a little bit on the explain more? Want to know what the useRef is. Like, what do we use it for specifically?
Okay, the useRef is mainly used to have access to. You can use it for tags. You can use it. In fact, you can even use it for variables also. But well, it's not commonly used for it, but you can also use it for variable. It gives you access to nodes, to DOM nodes, like as though in our vanilla JavaScript we used to use document.getElement by ID. I've been now. Hello, sir.
This network.
I'm with you.
Okay. In our vanilla JavaScript, we used to
I'm
do
with you.
something like document.getElement by ID.
By ID. Yeah.
But we've not been doing that all this while. And that's because
I think I've asked sometimes you said it's not allowing. Yeah.
good, it's not allowed. It's bad practice. It's not good. In fact, if you want to use document.getElement by ID, then it's good for you to use just vanilla JavaScript, because if you will be the one to manipulate your DOM directly, then why using React? If you want to manipulate your DOM directly, then there's no point you coming to React. Now, but then maybe in some situations you want to have access to the DOM. This useRef allows you to, but because it's a bad practice to have or to keep interacting directly with your DOM in React is a bad practice. So it's not useRef is not it's not advised that you use this useRef often. It's not advisable that you use it often because it gives you access to the DOM. So you are just looking at an instance. Bring in whenever you want to use useRef, bring it in, trigger it, and save it as a variable. Then we can now say, just go to any tags, any tags, give that tag a property called ref. Let's say you want to use it with a p tag. You can say ref equals to let me create another ref for the p tag. I can call it my paragraph ref. So this is equal to my paragraph ref. Let's inside this paragraph I am a point inside it. So if at any point in time I need to get whatever is inside this paragraph, I can just call on I can just say console log at any point that if I need anything, my paragraph ref dot current dot being a paragraph in a text. Shall I understand?
Yes.
So we have this. Let's go to the browser and refresh. So let me just click on this button. So I am a boy buying in the browser.
Yes.
Then as much as possible, if you want to use the useRef, only use it to get value. As much as possible, avoid using it to set value. What do I mean? Avoid doing something like this. Well, it will work, but you are directly manipulating your DOM. You know, when we use it here, we are using it to get value. It's not that we use it to set value. I've been now.
Yes.
So as much as possible, avoid using useRef to set. If at all you need to use it to get value. Don't use it to set value as much, except maybe probably you don't know what next to do, and you think that's the only solution around it. Because this now takes charge, like it's like you are going directly to the DOM, and remember in React you are not the one interacting with the DOM. So this one goes directly to the DOM and to the real DOM. We have real DOM, we have virtual DOM. I think I explained the difference between real DOM and virtual DOM at the beginning of the class. So this goes to the real DOM and allows you to edit or to change the content of the real DOM. When you are changing the real DOM, it makes your application a bit slower. And for sake of optimization, please don't use this useRef to change it. So let's go to the browser and see it work. It will change. As you can see, it has changed, but that's not the best. It's not a good practice that you make use of useRef to change the content or to what's it called? That you make use of useRef to set values. You can only use it only to read values, but don't use it to set values. It's not a good practice. Shall any question? Hello? Let me press this dictionary.
No question, sir.
Okay.
No question, sir.
Okay. Let's now go to. Let me stop recording, and before we go to our main thing we want to do today.